105 on the Browns, Detroit. Still back to hip hop and R&B. It's your boy Showtime the Czar. In studio with me, got some guests returning. My guys, Kid J, Diamond Cut. They are here together.
Yes, sir.
What's up, though?
That's Poppin' Son. Welcome back, fellas.
What's up? What's up?
First of all, glad to have y'all here, man. How is everything going with y'all, first of all?
Going pretty good. Thanks for having us back, fam.
Just been grinding.
Grinding, yeah.
Y'all here today as the Poppin' Son podcast. First of all, tell people exactly what the Poppin' Son podcast is and how they can find it, first off.
Well, Poppin' Son, man, it's a family-oriented podcast that we started on. It was like some humbug thing. It was like, oh, we just gonna start it up. Then it became 40 shows, and then we just kept going. So we interview celebrities. We interview young youth that's coming up in the world that have motion, and it's got to be positive motion. And we're one of them podcasts that I like to say it's a lot of messy podcasts out there, but we like shining the light on people.
But it's crazy because the podcast, it started out just us. So like we ain't start doing guests until the second or third episode.
Yeah.
After that, we was like, you know what, this is something that we can raise. We can use our platform to raise other people up on. So yeah.
Nice. Now, you guys got you talked about the guests. Most recently, you had two I want to highlight on, but you like you said, you had a bunch of guests on there. DOC. All right, the legendary DOC.
Yes, sir.
And then Chris Gotti. So let's start with DOC first. First off, what was that interview like?
I grew up on him in NWA in my era, so I was a little fanicky. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little fanicky.
Man, that's straight understand. Starstruck.
But as a grown man, man, him looking out for my son and his career. Me and DOC got a lot of talks. We're doing a lot of things. We got in motion right now. So I mean, it was a blessing to find him. And
you had a lot of wisdom.
A lot of wisdom about the game for sure.
So sorry, my bad. I'm gonna ask y'all both the same thing, and I'm gonna start with you, Kid J. What was something that you took from that interview? Being that NWA wasn't necessarily our era, but he's still an OG, so know it was something that you took out of that.
I mean, you got to think he's a legend, a pioneer in the game. To me, he's one of the best songwriters of all time, and I love songwriters, you know what I mean? So I was trying to pick his brain on his, songwriting and creating process and stuff like that. But, it was just a huge opportunity. That's somebody that Pops grew up on and somebody that he introduced me to at a young age. So, I ain't gonna say I was starstruck, but I was almost there a little bit.
Yeah, that's the guy.
What about you, Diamond? Because what was something that you took from that? Because you grew up in that area. So now to hear from him, from DOC himself, like what was that like?
What I took from him was I took the knowledge he was giving us about the game, and I kind of, I've been in it a minute, so I'm kind of like sifting through certain things that you got to see and people don't know about it, but he kind of confirmed some of the things that was true.
Like what? Like what did he say that you was like, okay, I thought about it, or something that, what did he say? Can you talk about
consistency stood out a lot. Consistency, keep doing consistency, and he was like, well, you don't need 1 billion people to, be successful in this career. He said you need about 10 to 15,000 people that really rock with you. And I was like, that's kind of dope, thinking that we need 100 million followers to make it. And you really don't. You just need a loyal fan base.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's kind of dope. Yeah.
So, okay, Chris Gotti, let's talk about that one first. Rest in peace to his brother, Irv Gotti. How did y'all get Chris Gotti to come do the show, and what was that like?
Okay, so... You want to start it?
We actually did something with Chris years ago in
Cleveland.
Really?
Yeah. Dope.
It was like a tour.
Yeah.
Adventure Music. Shout out to Adventure Music.
And we drove through a whole snowstorm in order to get to the concert. And after we performed, he acknowledged that we came from Michigan. We was already rocking with him because we was distributing our music through Adventure Music, which is his music platform for artists.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So... yeah, we was connected with him a while back and kind of just built that relationship. And
that's what it's about, building relationships. And I reached back out to him. It was no biggie. And he was like, and then I do want to say this. He's working with he just had some movies come out. And he got, I guess, some type of business trying to come to Detroit with, the movie industry. So, and he acknowledged that Detroit is where it's at with all the movies. So I did want to say that. Shout out to my boy Diesel. Because he that guy.
Yeah, Diesel.
Yeah.
So you got a new Kid J, you got a new project out.
Yep.
Open Season. Talk to us about it real quick, man.
So Open Season is actually coming out later this month.
Got you.
But at the beginning of the year, I did drop off the record, the other album.
Right.
So open season is going to consist of, I want to say 8 songs. It was supposed to be more, but it's 8 songs, and it's like heavy hitters. 2 songs is already out right now. Catch Up and J4M.
Okay.
J4M stands for Just For Me.
Shout out to Soccer the Renegade.
Soccer
he on
the
that.
Renegade.
Yeah, Soccer been doing these things.
Yeah,
Shout out to
that's
Soccer.
my guy.
That's my yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of him. But yeah, so I called it open season because, you know, have you ever seen the animated movie Open Season with like the animals and stuff?
I had the cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hip.
So open season, you know,
He
if
called
you
it a
Google
cartoon. I wanted to say that.
so
my bad.
no.
I mean, him out his arguments all the time.
So open season, you know, if you Google it, is you know when people go and hunt.
Right.
So that's pretty much what I'm doing through the album. I'm rapping about, you know, me being on the hunt for success. So that's why I called it open season. So yeah.
Do you feel like you starting to get the recognition you deserve, bro, or people still not knowing who Kid J is?
I think I've, you know, like Pop said, you don't need hundreds of thousands of people, you know what I mean? I built my loyal fan base, so I feel like, you know, the people that I want to recognize me have already recognized me. So.
And with me adding on that, you know, it's, again, I always tell him you're going to have some people that rock with you and some that don't. You know, it's some people that, you know, and I will say in the city that I really wanted to work with that I reached out to that didn't reach back. But I don't, you know, it's part of the game. You know, everybody got their own motion. You don't hold no ill will towards nobody. But there's a few of them out there that I wanted to rock with. I'm going to put one out there so he know. But I know he busy. Hell of a man. You ain't hollered at me yet, man.
Hell
but
of a man,
I
get
swear
beat.
that I need holler at you.
Does that discourage you at all when they don't get back to you, or just, I mean, everybody busy, so sometimes it ain't a personal thing.
Oh,
but
it's
you
never-
Well, I
It's-
mean,
it's
you got to
never
think
personal.
some of these people that we try to connect with, you know, they DMs is just as flooded as ours.
Yeah, and I know hell of a busy. I only say that because, you know, I think I reached out to him a few times. And, you know, I talked to him at a pool party years ago. You know, we was having a little video shoot, and, you know, he's pretty cool, you know, and I know he's busy, so it's no personal thing. But
It's gonna happen though.
I don't look at it in that fashion. You know, because, you know, that's the biggest problem with the world today. Nobody is obligated to do anything for you. So when they do something for you, you know, acknowledge it, thank them, and, you know, be appreciative of it.
Yep.
Now, you guys are sports fans, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I seen a couple of the guys that you had on there in terms of interviews. I think y'all did Bryce Underwood.
Yes, sir. Shout
All
out
right,
to
talk to
Bryce.
us about that, man. He's had a pretty decent first season at Michigan, man. You know, so a couple things we would like different, but what was that interview like talking to Bryce as
Well, you're gonna have haters. Let me put that out there. Bryce, to me, I met a lot of people, and I met a lot of people on different levels, and he young, probably one of the most humblest kids I ever met. You know what I mean? As far as when you look at it and say, oh, he getting this much money, he getting that, but he don't think like that. He's a competitor. He wants to make everybody better around him. I know his dad, good, you know, he got good, well upbringing, you know. So, you know, you're just gonna have them haters. I feel like his freshman year for the record, for it to be, I mean, what else do you expect? From him?
Right.
He turned 18 in the middle of the season.
Right.
I mean, he's still growing, so, you know.
And he still had the confidence. You know what I mean?
So I shout out to Bryce, man. I think he the second year, he'll prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
You I've seen y'all talk to a lot of younger kids, college ages and everything like that. Who was somebody that you interviewed or talked to that you was like, this kid is ahead of his time?
We
lot
my
of
man that was a basketball player because he academics too. My man.
Yeah.
But then we do face.
I'm gonna tell you who ahead of their time
Go ahead.
and will be an NBA star. John Sanderson. Keep that in mind.
Got you.
Yeah.
He came from Saline. He plays for I can't say the school name because you know I'm not good with pronunciation. But
They go by Lulu Basketball.
Lulu
but
Basketball.
I know they have like a longer name for it. It's basically an acronym.
and it's kind of like it's extended for better basketball players at other schools. So that's where he ended up, and way ahead of his time.
And
Way ahead of his time.
the only sad thing is that he's going to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to add Casey the model is ahead of her time. I
Gotcha.
really rock with Casey and her dad, but Casey's very smart. Of course, she was up under Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to Brooke. You know, Brooke been out there, you know, movies and series, but you know, yeah, she's another one that's ahead of her time.
Nice. All right, so I seen that you were Was it both y'all in the movie recently?
It was me.
It
was just you?
Hey, man, look. Oh, I love telling this story. Look.
Okay, all right, yeah, tell the story.
Man, look, Pops, look. If you go and watch this scene, because to me, he has the most serious scene in the movie, right?
Okay.
And you know, throughout the scene, he's the bouncer or the what is it called?
I am the security for the mob lady,
and then,
for the boss.
You know, he like trips out on this dude that they interrogate and he punch him in the stomach, you know. And I think it's funny. You can tell the story about that.
Okay, he's always talking about how long my gun is in the movie.
Yeah, that's what we gonna get.
No, I was telling you the story about the actor, like.
Oh, okay, okay. So the guy, you know, excuse me, I can't say his name right off rip. I can't think about it. But he told me, snatch me up. He's from Atlanta. And I was, you know, it was my first role. He said, man, really snatch me up off the ground, man. You gotta make it look real. So I'm pretty strong. I lift weights, you know. I'm like, all right, man, you know. And he had a hood on, snatched me by my hood. So the first time I snatched him up, we had to cut because I kind of choked him.
Oh, okay.
So the second time, he's like, man, that was good, man, but just, you know, snatch it up where I could speak, and, you know. So I ended up snatching him up. That, you know, so when you see the scene, shout out, it's Money Over Boy, shout out to Mob Diva.
Is the movie out yet?
It's out. It's
okay,
out on everything.
Yeah.
When you see the movie itself, you're going to be like, wow, you know, it's acting, but I actually snatched him off the ground.
What made you want to step into the acting bag, man?
Somebody asked me to do security. I've been doing security a long time.
In real life.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
So
it was already
it was already something I was used to.
But man, you should. Oh man, you should have seen this gun, man. It was man. Look, y'all done seen Hellboy. Y'all know what gun I'm talking about. That silver boy that he come out with, man. Hey.
It was big, you know what I mean. And then, you know, my buddy's old school, so they said I had the Marvin the Martian. Yeah, but I mean, shout out to the movie. The movie was trending a long time. It's a pretty dope movie, man. Y'all go check it out, man. Money Over Boys on everything.
KJ, you thinking about doing some acting, man?
You know, so Uncle Trick, he's writing a script right now for a movie, and he's trying to find a role for me in the movie.
I hope he gets you knocked off.
Pop's hoping he's right. He's hoping I'm in a
crazy.
position where I gotta get knocked off. You know, I'm a little nervous about my first acting role because you know, I've heard stories of, you know, actors going on there acting and then them being like, you know, what are you doing? You can't be on camera acting like yourself. You know, you're supposed to be a character. You're supposed to be playing a role. So I'm a little nervous about playing a role, but
we do a lot of TikToks. I think it'll be okay. But I know Uncle Trick told me you ain't getting knocked off. Maybe not a serious role. I think I want more of a comedy role first. I want you to get knocked off.
No, I don't want to get knocked off.
We gonna keep it like that. But yeah, it's gonna be. You know, I'm trying to get him in the movie scene for sure.
Nice. You brung up Uncle Trick, man.
Yeah.
Talk about.
Shout
I mean,
out to
we talked about your relationship with him last time, but I know y'all have done things with him since then, and y'all, you know, spoken to him hella times, man. So what is it about Trick that you just like, man, this is, you know,
This is my guy.
this is my guy.
Man, let me say this.
No, go ahead, Pop.
First, and I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna be quick, man. I'm just authentic. There's nothing else you can.
Got you.
What he, you know, I don't want to, cause it's not like what he say go, but it's like he said in his ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's authentic in his love there and his, you know, aggression there. But it all you know, it just depends on. He give you what you give him. So that's what I like about him. Very authentic, man. Shout out to my big homie Trick.
The fact, I mean, you know, people look at him as, you know, Trick, you know, the Godfather out here. But I mean, to us, he just Unc. Like, you know, after like the first time of being in the studio with him, you know, when we did Deeper Deep in Love, you know, after that, it was kind of like we was, you know, family.
Yeah.
Nice. You know, he called us randomly, check on us. We do the same for him. So, especially with his siblings, you know what I mean? I call him auntie, uncle, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
but,
shout out to Nisa, that's my girl.
Well, yeah, no, he being in the studio with him is just like being in the studio with your talented uncle.
Yeah,
Right.
Pretty much. That's how I look at it. Yeah.
What was a piece of advice that he gave you, KJ, that you was like, all right, I hear you, whether in life or in music, whatever it was, just something that you thought, I'm gonna keep this one.
Let me see.
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, he be dropping gems like that?
As far,
It's been a lot.
I mean, because me and Pops in the early stages of my career, you know, trusted a lot of people that we shouldn't have. Ended up in a lot of bad positions.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he that's basically what he kicks game to us all the time. You know, when we started working with Unc, he didn't ask us for a dime. You know what I mean? He was just like, use me as a resource. And That's exactly what we did.
Same thing DOC said. Same thing. You know, one thing you didn't mention was, excuse me, we had a speech on from Arrested Development, and that right there had me, you know, because I'm Mr. Wendell, I'm Everyday People. You know, I grew up on it, and he was dropping gems. So really, you know, Unc is the overseer of most of the stuff we do. But you know, with Poppin' Son, going back to Poppin' Son, we only want people on our show that's coming with gems, that's coming with knowledge, that's coming with positivity. That's it. You know, I'm not. Yeah. I don't want the biggest celebrity on my show if it's gonna bring drama,
negative energy.
Yeah,
right.
No negative energy. So that's what our podcast pretty much, man. It's just family oriented,
putting the spotlight on people.
Put spotlight on people
that don't, you know, have it. That
yeah.
I hear y'all talk about family oriented, like even when about you rapping, bro. We spoke about that last time, and just like you said something that I loved, which was I want people grandmas to be able to play my songs. You see what I'm saying? And then just even with y'all podcast, it's family oriented. Why is that so big for y'all? Is that something that you?
Because me and my family was always tight growing up. You know, me and my siblings. Yeah. You know, Pops, that's the only thing he preached us. You know what I mean? He was like, you know, if there ain't nobody else in the world that y'all, you know, got or can't trust, y'all got each other. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why it's, you know, a deep meaning for me for sure.
It's godly. It's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? I feel like the world itself, without getting political, the world itself is turned upside down. So we just trying to.
Man, it's hard out here. You can see it, bro. Like,
it's hard. It's hard, man. And then let me just put on record. This has nothing to do with black, white, Puerto Rican. It's got nothing to do with race at all, man. It's just part of being human, humanity, man. Humane, I should say. And just trying to make, you know, a better dent in a bad situation.
Got you. All right, 2 more things, fellas. I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. First off, y'all goal for Poppin' Son podcast. Do y'all have one, or is just like we just seeing where this thing goes?
One day I want to be one of the best father-son connection podcasts there is.
One day we want to be in here.
Yeah, one day, yeah. You know, I look at Gilly and I look at a couple other, you know, podcasts. But like I say, we a little different. But I don't know. We having fun doing it. So wherever it go, it go.
Yeah, wherever it takes.
Yeah.
And what do y'all got coming up next? Is there a guest that y'all are talking about that y'all want people to listen to for the Poppin' Son podcast?
I never let the next guest be known.
Good. All right.
But I got some big guests coming, and if it shake, and I'm like I always speak faith in God. So if it's in the plan with what God wants to happen, y'all be surprised, and y'all see Poppin' Son a lot more.
Yeah.
Nice. Kid J, what you got going on, man? Because I know you're doing something. Like you said, the project is dropping. You got some shows coming up. What you got going on, bro?
Ooh, so next week, actually, no, not next week. Sorry. This weekend, tomorrow, there's this fashion show off of Grand River. It's gonna be a fashion show. The person that sponsors me, his name is Rod Eugene. Shout out to Rod Eugene.
Shout out to Rod. Just had a birthday.
He's gonna have some models walk and to display his clothes, and I'm going to be the performer.
Nice.
So that's going to be pretty cool.
Beautiful venue, too.
Beautiful. And then next week, I'm doing another school tour with Uncle Trick, which is going to be pretty dope out here.
Non-violence again. Non-violent.
Yeah. And then, you know, about 2.5 more weeks after that, that's when the album going to drop.
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
2.5 weeks, we get an album from you, man. Are you excited? How you feel? Well, I want to ask you this real quick. Why only 8 songs, bro?
Why only 8 songs? Because I've always been about quality over quantity. I feel like, you know, a lot of artists nowadays will make 15, 16 songs.
And they don't all hit. I'm hip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Either that or, you know, you will stop listening to the album halfway through if it's not hitting at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So why not, you know, make it short and put songs on there that I know I put my hardest effort into and just let them listen to that, you know, and judge it from there on out.
Now, do you call it, and is it considered an entire project if it's only 8 songs on there, or is it something shorter?
Technically, yeah.
Okay.
Because, you know, it becomes an EP when it's like 4 songs.
Got you.
Once you surpass like 6, 7 songs, then that's when you know, hitting the album range, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
To me, I feel like 8 songs should be considered like a larger EP, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But yeah, no, but then, you know, I think about it this way. I dropped the album at the beginning of the year, you know what I mean? What we probably gonna do when we stream the album live when it comes out, probably gonna play the other one first, and then it's gonna run into the second album. You know what I mean? Into open season. So we're gonna listen to off the record first, and then we gonna listen to open season. And it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, he used to explain it to me real quick. He used to say, "Dad, I want to give them some music to where they want more." When they run off that last song, they say, "Man, he should have put more on there, man. That is," and I thought it was a great, concept. You know what I mean? Leave the wolf hungry. You know what I mean? So I like it. I like that.
Is there any features on there that you want to talk about right now? Y'all still in the works of doing stuff?
There's only one other feature on there, but I don't want to say it because I want y'all to wait to listen.
Got
to
you.
it.
All right. I like how y'all keep stuff in suspense. Y'all don't want to tell everybody everything.
Hey,
everybody like posting
people steal your sauce, man. They'll steal your sauce.
Yeah, I mess with that, bro. All right, fellas, y'all know it's always love when y'all come in here. I appreciate y'all for stopping in, man.
Thank you.
Papa Son Podcast, where can they find it?
You can find it. Go ahead.
You can find it on YouTube. It's gonna be on Apple soon, and you can find it on Spotify also. And almost.
Oh, my bad.
Almost anything you can listen to a podcast on, we should definitely be on already.
Pop and Son. It's spelled all the way through. Pop in with the N Son podcast on every platform.
Yes.
Shout your Instagrams out so they can follow y'all real quick.
Diamond Cut Management, but the management is MAGNT. And like I said, Pop and Son is POPN, the letter N, SONRN together with the podcast.
And for me, I am official Kid J or Kid J on everything, and I should always be the first thing to pop up.
Fellas, appreciate y'all, man. Papa Son Podcast, Showtime to Czar. Peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir.